Morning, P5. Happy Friday. It's the last day of remote learning, and then we get to go and see each other again on Monday. I'm so excited, but we just have one day to get through, so let's make it a good one. There's no assembly this morning, and just to let you know that all the teachers are going to be meeting at 9 o'clock. So please don't try and log on to assembly because you'll probably end up in a teacher's meeting, and we have lots to talk about, so we don't want to get disrupted by kids trying to join assembly. So no assembly today. I'm meeting with all of you at 12, and we're going to go through some of the things that we've found for science. We're going to do a little week wrap up, and we're going to play a couple of games and make sure that we're all on track to finish out the week well. So today, what I'd like you to do is, if you haven't finished any of your drafting, or you didn't get that far with your drafting, I'd like you to do that in literacy, as well as I'll share my screen with you. Oops. As well as finishing this reading task here, which is identifying and understanding the minor character's perspective. So you looked at who the point of view character was, or the main character, earlier on in this week. Today, you're going to look at minor characters, which are like characters that are in the story, but they're not the one that we focus on. And we're going to see if they have different perspectives or similar perspectives to the main characters. So you can find your work for that in literacy, in your genre study packet. It's the last day on Friday. If there's anything that you haven't caught up with yet or haven't done in this packet, then please do it before this. And then I've done my example here just like the ones before. So I noticed that Yoon's dad, who was not the main character, he was a minor character, thought that her name looked good in English and Korean. This was different than the main character called Yoon, who crinkled her nose and said she didn't like how it looked written in English at first. So you're seeing if what their thoughts are match what your main character's perspective is. So you can fill that in, and I've got your sentence stem to work from to help you out. You can adjust it if you need to make it make sense. Don't just plop in some information in the blanks and then the sentence doesn't make sense. And please rewrite the sentence properly, because it's hard for me to see when you just kind of scribble on top of it. For math, you're going to be doing the last little bit. Oh, don't forget your spelling test as well today. And then for math, you're going to do your last little bit of fluency. Some of you might have already done it yesterday because you were flying through it. That's okay. You can give one of the probing questions a go. When we go back to school on Monday in math, the first thing I'm going to do is just check in with everyone on how everyone's doing, and then see where we go from there, whether we go back to do some more fluency work, whether we move straight on to probing questions, but that's probably going to depend on each of you individually where you're at. So we'll see how everyone's getting on in real life together. And then hopefully before the Zoom at 12, you will have done some of these some of these activities. And mainly, I want to see if we've figured out how we can show how we see things. So how we see an object using the keywords like light source, reflect, object. And I've seen a few diagrams, but I haven't seen a lot. So hopefully we have lots to share, and lots that we noticed, whether it was what we noticed was different in the starter tasks, whether we noticed what happened to our eyes in the first task when we went in the dark, or whether we noticed what happened when we had to see an object inside the box. Okay, so those are the things that I'd like you to do for today. And then just in general, you can do finish up if you didn't get to something last week or this week that you can get to today. I'd like you to do that. And I'll be checking portfolios. As you can see, I've got quite a few things to check here, 11. And again, it's some of the same people. So if you have stacked up over the week a bunch of your work that you need to now submit, please do it so that I can see it before next week starts. And I hope you have a lovely day. I hope you have a lovely weekend. On the weekend, get your summer uniforms ready or your uniforms ready. Make sure that you've got your lunchbox stuff prepped. Make sure that you've got your bags packed. Make sure that you're ready to come in on Monday and just get going. I'm so excited. So look forward to seeing you at 12. And just remember, no assembly. See you soon.